Good morning, everybody. Alright, today my goal is to have this thing running again. So, first of all, we're going to pull all the plugs out of it, and then I'm going to pull the cap off of it, and the rotor off of it, and pull the ICM out, and we will replace that. So I'm going to get started with that, and we will see how it goes. Alright, with the cap and rotor removed and the wires removed, that's what you're left with. So we have 2 Phillips screws and 2 connections to pull out, and then we will get the new one in. Alright, so I got these 2 screws out. Didn't make it very far, but this is like, it's super hard to get on video, but it's barely attached. It is a horrible, horrible connection. So that's part of the problem. Alright, so the new one is installed, and most of that time was spent just trying to get these wires to not move. So I think that was probably it. I got it now, and the connections seem pretty good, so let's put it back together. Alright, so that's all back together. The engine has no plugs in it, so it won't have any compression. But over here, I've set up 1 plug. I'm going to go find one of my vehicles to jump start it. I'm going to put the battery on the jumper cables. I'm going to come over here and turn the ignition on. And I'm going to jump it across the starter. And if we have spark, I will go get fuel, and we will start this thing. Alright, so my phone died, and that's okay. I rolled it over with no spark plugs in it, with the spark plug attached like I showed you, and it had spark. And it will still roll over with no plugs in it, but it will not really roll over at all with the plugs in it. The starter is fine, the whole car is fine. It's back to that Walmart battery again. So this is my wife's car. This is a 2012 Dodge Journey. It's named Billie Jean. I've already wrecked it and rebuilt it. I fucking love this thing. It's the greatest daily ever. But it's sitting here at 2,000 RPM with the heater going full tilt so that it doesn't overheat. And it is charging my battery. I'm going to light this cigarette, and if it doesn't start by the time that I get done smoking this cigarette, Walmart's gonna get another battery back from me. And it's just, I don't even know. So, I'll catch up with you guys in a few. I also went and got 5 gallons of 91, so. Somewhere on the ground. Step on that. Turn the ignition on. It tried. But I think that'll be that. I'm going to take the battery back to Walmart and let them charge it. And we will try this again, because it's definitely battery now. Alright guys, bye! And I'm back from Walmart. So they charged my battery, supposedly, so they say. I don't trust them, so I still have it on the jumper. It's like 28 degrees outside. I'm gonna give this shit a whirl, hopefully. Alright. I'm gonna go shut this off real quick. Alright. Well, it runs again. So that's that. I knew it was ignition based and it wasn't anything else. So now I gotta wait for the transmission yoke to get here, which will be next weekend. I gotta wait for the transmission cooler to get here from Evan, whenever that is. I got to get a set of shocks ordered for the back of it, air shocks. When the yoke gets here, we can order the driveline. I will call Cole at Performance Driveline and figure out how much it's going to cost to put a drive shaft in it. And we will start wrapping this thing up for first drive. I am going to drive it here to make sure that everything functions. And then I'm going to tear it completely back apart and pull the motor out of it to replace the rear main seal. And then put it back together and send it to Evan. So, I'm colder than shit. I'm going inside now that I feel better about this. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Get out there and wrench on something. And God bless. Bye.